I believe we're on the precipice of transformational change, not only in how we'll move about, but how we think about how we'll move about in the future. And this is principally driven by innovations in transport technologies, things like autonomous vehicles and electrification and mobility as a service, and even things like area mobility, which might seem quite far today, but I think are closer than we think. So how mobility in the future will change is not only a result of the specific technology developments themselves. Importantly, there are two drivers of uptake in future mobility. The first is consumer preference. So how will people decide? What will they choose in terms of the options that are presented to them? That's probably the most important driver of how technologies will evolve. And the second is government. The government has a really important role to play in this space in setting policy and regulations that's in line with the outcomes that they want to achieve and supports the development of these new innovative business models. There are a number of macro-level environmental shifts that will not only drive but be driven by transport technology developments. So firstly, you have behavioral trends, things like the ubiquitous use of mobile phones that have really shaped and changed how we think about the value of our time and what we do when we're, for example, waiting for the bus or waiting for the train. The second is the rise of the individual consumer. So we're all attuned now to expect much more personalization, individualization, and ready access to information and goods at all times. The third is shifting demographics. So an important part of the society in the future will be the aging population. And I think transport technology has a fantastic role to play in ensuring that mobility is readily accessible for this population in the future. So number 4 is the changing shape of our cities. So whether that's densification, urbanization, or the coming move towards smarter cities, I believe transport technology has a really important role to play in ensuring the livability, the future livability and efficiency of our cities. Future developments in transport technology will have wide-ranging implications across the economy, not just for transport providers. So people like investors in long-term assets such as car parks, fuel retailers, people involved in the health sector and the insurance sector will all be significantly impacted in the coming years and decades. We think it's really important right now for people to start rethinking how they do their short and long-term planning, how they make investment decisions, and some of their procurement strategies to reflect these new opportunities and this future uncertainty.